Hello, YouTube. ZiggyNo back with a brand new special announcement. It is 5/5, and I'd like to announce ZiggyNo's NFT project. Yes, I have an NFT project too. And it's not quite as big and elaborate as everybody else's, but it's one I think you're going to want to hear about, and I'm hoping you're going to want to learn more about. So please take a moment, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell and all that other stuff, and sit back and let me explain to you what's going on. Second question you're probably asking is, how much is this going to cost and what's the money grab angle? There is no money grab angle, and I'll show you that. I'm going to be completely transparent as I am with my channel. I came to this idea on a couple of things. I want to do some collaboration with others. I want to educate people on NFTs. I want to give them something that I think is fun and unique and helps people, I guess, understand the value, not in this cryptocurrency sense, but in the value of what NFTs can offer. So let me explain to you, I've got a multi-phase project that I'm working on. First, I will say that I learned how to make NFTs. It's not magic. It's not a wizard that does it. Making an NFT is easier than grading or breaking, in my opinion. But it does take some playing with. And I'll put together kind of a tutorial video on my NFT channel on how I'm doing that. The cool thing is, or the more challenging thing is to be whitelisted. To be whitelisted lets your NFTs be publicly available on the blockchain or the marketplace so others could buy, sell, trade, or see it at least, right? Right now, as I make an NFT and I send it to you, unless you look for it, you're gonna be like, I didn't get it, Ziggy. I'm like, no, you have to hit the unlist, whitelist, to enable the non-whitelist stuff, and it's kind of confusing. So I applied for my whitelist. Hopefully I'll get back that. I don't know if it takes days, weeks, months. I don't know how difficult it's gonna be. I think I have a really good business plan or idea of what I'm doing, and I'm gonna share that with you now. I shared a lot of this with them. It's public. I'll be honest. It's not like this is rocket science. And yes, someone else could copy this. So here's what it goes. First phase. I've already reached out to several content providers. I'm going to get them to give me their insignia, their logo, their brand, whatever it is, right? In an image. I'm going to sit down with them probably on a Zoom, and I'm going to go over what their NFT will look like. We're going to talk about how many do they want to mint? Do they want 1,000, 500, 100, 10? How many they want to make? I'm going to encourage them that we're not putting a value on these, right? The creation isn't to make them and sell them. The creation is to make them and you give them to your community to educate them on what this is. Now you can tie things into your own NFT. If you want to say, hey, if you have my NFT, you can win a prize. I don't care, but I want each content creator. Is that Groot in the back? Yeah, Groot's in the back right here. Groot, can you look at Groot? Look at Groot, the shadow Groot, the ghost of Groot. Okay, that's my puppy. Anyway, the goal will be different with each provider, but let me get to the point. I will sit down with the provider. We'll map out what image they want to use, how many they want to mint. We'll also talk about what they want in the NFT on attributes. Now, this is kind of cool. Like, for example, you can put in there a little quote, a message. You could put your URL to your website. You could put your social media link in there, whatever you want to put in the NFT. So this could be your virtual business card, right? So let's give an example. Let's say I'm one of the content providers. I'm going to probably mint, I don't know, 100 of these. And then I'm going to give them to people in the channel. Hey, I'm doing a free drawing for one of my NFT mints. Maybe we exchange with other channels and I drop theirs and they drop mine. But my point is to get these out to the community for free so they can use them and do stuff with them. And then the content creators can tie their own extra, whatever it might be, into them. Now, as they circulate in the market, they can get their own organic value. If there is any value, I don't know. Maybe there's no value, but I will tell you, if you're participating right now in the wax world, you'll see a lot of people, content creators, do this. They create some promotional stuff. Like there's one coming out, scrambled eggs. I love it. And they've got these little gifts, and they're already, they're popular on the blockchain. Now I'm excited about what they're coming out with. There's more to it. So my first phase, just if you're listening to me, I want to be short, is to just use content creators to have them NFT their moments or their brands and distribute that to their community. That's the first round goal. Number one goal. Number two goal. Number two phase. Now this, I'll be honest, is going to be a little more complicated, but I think this is going to be a cool practical use of NFTs. If you were in a break where you hit a big card, let's say you got a Justin Herbert RPA and a box of National Treasures, and the breaker's like, Ziggy, look at this big hit, man, look at this. And they're one touching that baby and everybody's chatting and the chat's lighting up. I'd like to NFT that moment, right? So the next one, there's a little bit's got to go here. I'd like to get with you, the person who owns that card, get with the breaker, did the break, and maybe do a video or a GIF of that moment, NFT it, and then let the breaker, put their information in the attribute. This was pulled at XYZ breakers, right? And then this is first pulled for, Ziggy, blah, blah, in the attribute. And then you have that NFT of that moment. Again, I don't see value in that. I see providence and coolness, because I can tell you right now, there's a lot that I'd like to have. I also think it'd be fun. The guy he matches the cards to the video of the athlete, right? The slam dunk to the picture. I'm thinking maybe scour some of the breakers, and when you see big cards being pulled, just start making NFTs. Like I remember watching the break where the breaker pulls the Zion Williamson black prism 1 of 1, right? And I think it was I think it was the David Adams. And you would think this guy is like a regular day at the office. There's like no expression, but I'd love to NFT that. I think that'd be kind of fun. Third option. Okay, this is really big here, guys. I won't lie to you. I'm not here yet on where I want to be with third one, and I'm only mentioning it because I actually think someone will steal it, and maybe they'll use this and they'll start to see the value of the NFT. But what I would like to do, I would like to connect with several athletes, right, retired or active, and have them have active NFT wallets, right, preferably wax, and create a through the mail, instead of through the mail, on the blockchain autographing. Okay, now let me explain that to you. And through the mail, what happens is I'll take a base card of, say, Daryl Strawberry, and that I had in my collection, or it's when I bought, that's an 80, whatever. It's not a great card, but I'll send it to Daryl Strawberry in the mail, and I'll put a $20 bill in there, and Daryl will take the $20, he'll keep that, and he'll autograph it, and he'll mail it back to me. And that's called a through the mail autograph. Now, for collectors, there's a lot of, we like that. There's provenance. We want that connection. Hey man, Daryl signed this for me. I think that's great. Now let's add to that. What if I could send something to an athlete, like whether it's a digital image, maybe it's and I don't want to share too much, but something they could send to an athlete. The athlete would simply take it in their possession on their blockchain and ricochet it, boomerang it back to the original owner. That way the blockchain would show that the athlete owned the item, right? So through the blockchain autographing. Now, with that concept in mind, let me take a step back, guys. And again, this might be stolen soon. Ooh, look at the shadow. You can see he's behind me. See Luca back there? See him right back here? Luca. We'll use the Vulcan. Anyway, the next step to this is, let's say you're at a show, right? And you meet athlete you really like. Everybody takes a picture. I meet the athlete, or I get a video of me, of the athlete sign something, or here he is signing the jersey for me. How about this? Take that video, that picture of whatever it is. I met XX athlete. NFT that moment, send it on the blockchain to that athlete. Let him confirm, yep, that was me and Ziggy. That's right, man. I was there, and send it back to you. Now you've got an authenticated blockchain moment. Right? You following me? Another application. I'm not going to go too deep with this one yet. I said this before in the grading card world. Let me say it again. The grading card world, NFTs, I see an opportunity. And here's the opportunity, guys. Imagine using the blockchain as a pop count, as a registry for grading information, right? So, for example, if every card that was graded had an NFT on the blockchain, we could have apps like Evaluate Market that can query the blockchain and say, hey, not only is the PSA pop count, blah, 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 but of that, so many percent came back at this time, so many percent came back from this suburb. You could get so much detail if you were publishing grading information to the blockchain. And all you got to do really is tie an NFT back to that slabbed item. So if I get companies, you can kind of see my progression here. Anyway, that's where my thoughts are on my NFT project. ZiggyNo's 5/5 NFT project. First phase, I was starting with content creators. So if you are a content creator, an artist, and you've got some content in sports cards that you would like to brand and make some NFTs with me, let's talk, okay? I'll mint with you. I can show you how to get to the path to minting. And if you want to mint, that's fine too. I just wanted to take this project on first. I thought I'd spearhead this since I've learned a lot about it, and I want to help other people learn about it. So if you don't already, let me do a Gary V. If you don't already, go out there and get your wax wallet. And you're going to need exactly 0 wax in that wallet right now. You're not going to need any wax in the wallet. Just go get the wallet. And another thing we'll talk about is that you can actually load NFTs with wax in them. So you might say do a drop, or we're not going to do drop ship, but you might give out 100 NFTs. Maybe one of them you include NFTs in it. So the person who gets it gets some NFT, gets some wax, right? Just an idea. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but you can stake NFTs with wax. Okay, I'm learning every day. Guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I got to get ready. Have a nice day. Stay safe, stay healthy. I do appreciate your comments and feedback. Am I crazy? Am I crazy?